Hello and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than my normal content. As you can see, my home is in disarray, and there is a big reason for that coming up shortly. And actually, no? Okay. I have two big announcements. This is just kind of be like an update, what's going on. And there also may be kind of a announcement about changing my video structure and how I do my videos. So currently I try to do one video a week. When I was employed as just a real estate agent, it was a little bit easier because I wasn't stuck to that 9-to-5 lifestyle and then doing real estate after work. So I had a little bit of flexibility. Now that I'm back to working a full-time job, plus doing real estate full-time, and then a couple of updates coming, I don't know if I can commit to that. So I think I'm going to try to do like 3 videos a month. So the first, second, and third Sundays, post new content, maybe take that week off. I haven't decided yet. I'll let you guys know in another video once I determine if I can keep this up. I do want to try the once a week, but I also want to talk to you guys. Please like, subscribe, share my content. I really want to grow my subscriber base. One of my favorite YouTubers, Totes Gene, just crossed 1,000, and that's awesome for him. I'm so happy for him, but I want to join him there. So I'm quite a ways off of that goal. So I would really appreciate sharing, liking, subscribing. If you like anything about my videos, please subscribe. So let's get into life updates. And I'm gonna save the biggest one for the end because it's big, like really big. I do want to say my bag of the week this week. I don't have it down here. And the reason it's not currently in this room is because of the big announcement at the end. So I'll just post a picture of her. It's my Louis Vuitton Terrain MM. Love her. She's everything. So first life update. I went back to work. So I'm currently working as a real estate agent, and then I work in a corporate office setting. And I'm balancing both of that right now with something else that's currently in this room. I gotta hide some stuff. So anyway, I'm currently balancing both of that, and I purchased a new car, a new to me car. It is pre-owned. I had a 2018 Volvo XC60 Inscription. Absolutely love that car. We purchased it in 2019. It was higher miles. It had about 35,000 miles on it when we purchased it, but it was 1 year old, and it was a heck of a steal. Rough numbers here. Back in 2019, I think we paid $32,000 for it. And I think it had about 32,000 miles on it, maybe 34. It was actually owned by a local real estate agent as well, and she traded. So, bought that car. It wasn't the exact car I wanted. I really wanted the Volvo XC90. And please, excuse me if I'm distracted. You'll understand at the end, I promise. I really wanted the XC90. It's the larger SUV. The problem is I couldn't find one for what I'm willing to spend. I kind of have a monthly payment cap that I'm willing to spend on a car, and that kind of leaves me in the under 40,000 price point. So sometimes it's hard to find those luxury cars in that price point. So when we were able to locate the Volvo back in 19, it just made sense. It was everything else I wanted, color, trim, everything. It just was the 60 versus the 90, which just meant it was a little bit more affordable. I had no intentions on getting a new car. That car would be paid off in about 2 years, I believe. And the dealership we purchased it from was not a Volvo dealership. It was actually one of our, it was a Honda dealership. We're friends with one of the managers, kind of. So we like to patronize, and, you know, he kind of has a list of cars. If you take any of these on trade, let us know. Well, we drove by to look at a Tesla that was on the lot. My husband has the Tesla 3. And it was the Model Y, I believe, and he just wanted to look at it. So one night, 10 o'clock at night, we drove through the lot and just walked around the outside. Of course, you know, lot was closed. And 2 rows back, I noticed something that I've always wanted. And keep in mind, this is kind of how the Volvo happened too. We drove by to look at something else just for fun, and the Volvo was there. It was a Land Rover Discovery Sport. Who doesn't love Range Rover? I understand there's a difference between a Land Rover Discovery Sport and a Land Rover Range Rover. I love Range Rovers. I've always wanted a Range Rover. However, I can't drop $100,000 on a car new. $80,000 on a car used, or, you know, at $1,400 month lease payment. That's absolutely insane. People who do it, I applaud you. I can't. I just can't justify that much money for a car. And I'll be honest, the new Range Rovers, they've kind of changed and they've gotten a little bit more rounded and more futuristic. It's not my favorite. I do like a boxy SUV, and I like a tall SUV. So the Discovery Sport and the Discovery were also on my wish list. I just wanted one of the three. Of course, the Discovery and the Discovery Sport are more affordable options, starting at about $45,000, $50,000 new, and then going up, you know, to $60,000, $70,000. Anyway, we took the car for a test drive the next day just to see. I didn't think I would like it. It was all black with the tan interior, and it was the base model. It didn't have a lot of bells and whistles. And, you know, it was priced, let's just say, I think it was priced at $33,500. It had a few, you know, minor cosmetic defects, a couple scratches here and there, nothing crazy. It was low mileage. It had 23,000 miles on it. It was a 2019. It was a lease trade. So we took it for a test drive. I really liked it. We took it for an overnight. We went back the next day. You know, we kind of talked numbers with them. And in the meantime, that night, I had just Googled the car. And I Googled 2019 Land Rover Discovery Sport. And in a dealership a mile away, I found another one that was blue with the gray roof, which is an upgrade. It had the third row seats. It had a few more bells and whistles. And it was listed for $33,000. And it had 24,000 miles, so 1,000 mile difference. So we went the next day, turned that car in, went to test drive the other one. You know, obviously they felt very similar. The only thing this car does not have that my Volvo had, or these cars, is it doesn't have Apple CarPlay, though I think there's an upgrade through Land Rover for that, so we're gonna see. And then it doesn't have the panoramic sunroof. However, I never opened my shade. I had that car for 3.5 years. Never once did I open the shade for the sunroof. And Apple CarPlay is nice, but I pretty much just drive to and from work, so if I don't have it, the blue one had navigation. So I was like, you know, I can make that work because this is a car I've always wanted. You know, comparing to the Volvo is more of a station wagon, whereas the Land Rovers are true SUVs. This thing sits like a foot higher off the ground than my Volvo. So for me, that was kind of a no-brainer. We went back to our Honda dealership because we are loyal customers there. And even though the car didn't have navigation, it didn't have the third row seats, and there was a few other things that it didn't have. And cosmetically, it was in a little bit rougher shape. Just minor like clear coat scratches. It's a dark colored car. We all know what those look like sometimes. You know, we showed them the listing for the other car, all the additional features it had. You know, for example, when you buy them new, the roof was like $6,000. The back seat was, you know, $5,000. I don't know. If you look at the little sheet, it had $12,000 worth of add-ons from when it was purchased new in 2019 or leased new. And the black one at the Honda dealership had like one feature, and I think it was like $1,000 add-on, and that was it. So it really, you're telling me that they're virtually the same price, same miles. Why wouldn't I get the car with more features, right? So we talked to our friend at the Honda dealership, and we're basically told that the car is priced at what it is, and that's what it is. And I understand we're kind of in that funky used car market where cars are kind of crazy expensive, which is why I was shocked that both of these were priced in a range that I'd seen them for previously. So like, you know, 2 years ago when I was looking, it would have been like the 2015 lease trades. They were all priced in that like $30,000, 30 to 40, depending on the mileage, the features, all that stuff. So that's one of the reasons I decided to go ahead and buy a car in this crazy market. Anyway, they kind of told me no, and I was a little bit upset as a loyal customer. My husband and I have purchased 5 cars there, and we've referred 3 family members to purchase cars there. So I was a little disappointed because I was willing to take less features if they were willing to kind of come down on price a little bit. And I wasn't asking for a ton. You know, give me a couple thousand here because I'm showing you a car that exceeds yours, and it's actually $500 cheaper. So we went to the other dealership. They priced my Volvo, of course, with these crazy car prices. Keep in mind, we paid, let's just say $32,000 for it. They gave me $33,000 for a trade. So between that, the equity I had in the car, which is rare in this, you know, world, but with this car market. And keep in mind, that car had 50,000 miles by this time. You know, we kind of ran the numbers on the blue one, and my payment dropped a lot. So for me, it was a no-brainer. So I bought a new car. That's long story short. This is not this channel. I know that. You were like, David, this is handbags. I know. But I'm going to put up a video here of my Land Rover. I'm really excited. I've always wanted a Land Rover. I know some people are going to be like, well, it's not a Range Rover. I don't care. It's a Land Rover Discovery Sport. It's made by the same people that make the Range Rover, and it's significantly cheaper. And I personally like the style of this thing a lot better. So pretty pumped about that. So there'll be some pictures going on. Now, the next update. I don't think you guys are ready for this. Please hold. Say hi to my girl. She's camera shy. This is Miss Diva. Her full name is Davida Cornelia Waldorf Coxhaug. And I love her. She's my girl. Say hi, Diva. Hi. She's very talkative. She says, I don't want to be on camera, Daddy. But look at this. Though she's crazy. She passes the TikTok kitty test. So this is my girl. Oh, honey. She's so afraid. I think the camera scares her. So this is my girl. And I just love her. So I don't want to scare her. So. Okay, well, she made it clear that she does not want to be on camera. And, well, she's the boss. So we adopted a cat. One of my dear friends at my prior job, she rescues cats. That's what she does in her free time. She especially focuses on cats. A lot of people rescue dogs and they focus on dogs. Dogs are my best friend. She likes cats because cats are kind of underrepresented. And there's a lot of them that need homes. So she rescued 5 from I think they were found behind an air conditioning unit somewhere in our metro area. And by the time she was able to get there, only 3 were alive. And she named them after our friends group at work. So there was 4 of us, her and then 3 others, me and 2 women. So she named them all. And in some way or shape, it's some form of our name. So one is Gigi, one was Kita, and the other was David. But David was a girl, so we added an A, and her name is Davida. There's a reason that I won't go into why that's not my favorite name. There's someone I know with that name, and I'm not a fan. So we still call her that because the story behind her name is special to me. But we call her Diva because, as you saw when she was crying after being on camera, she is a diva. So the other 2, Kita and Gigi, got adopted together really quickly. And poor Miss Thing sat around with the foster mom, my friend, the rescuer, for almost another month and, no interest. And it breaks my heart. Black cats are really hard to adopt out. Most people don't want black cats, which is sad because I think they're absolutely beautiful. And she is the sweetest little thing I've ever seen. Now, I'm allergic to cats and I like things nice. And I don't like my house messy. And I have a house that's probably not cat proof, if I'm being honest. But she took her to a pet store and there was a TikTok. And I just started bawling. And it basically, was trying to explain, here's the cat. We found her. Her siblings got adopted. She needs a home. And I went and visited her at the little pet store. And I wanted to test my cat allergies because I do have a cat allergy. And, we go visit her and she was this big. I rub her all over my face and no reaction. So I'm not as allergic to her as other cats. Sometimes I'll get a little bit sniffly or my eye will itch if I touch her just right. But we took her home and we wanted to give it a trial run. We weren't sure if it was going to be a good fit. And, at the end of the day, she just ran away from me. She does not want to be on camera. At the end of the day, it was the best decision we've ever made, long story short. And we absolutely love her and could not imagine life without her. And I'm going to throw some pictures up around of her throughout the, 3 months we've had her, 2.5 months. She's the best thing that's ever happened to our family. So, very, very, very excited about her. Those are my life updates. yeah, I know this channel is not your normal content, so I appreciate you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment. I'm going to go through some of my comments and take recommendation on videos. I know I had a recommendation for my Gucci Ophelia. Sorry, she distracted me. My Gucci Ophelia tote. Someone wanted to do a review on the organizer, so that's something I might do soon. And I have a couple of other videos, and I also have something in my wish list on Fashion File that I'm going to order soon. But it's been like 25 days, so I'm waiting 5 more days for them to knock it down, because even if I save a penny, I want to save a penny. Say hi, Diva. Excuse my messy house. This is her space here in our basement. This is where she spends her nights and when we're not home, because she can't be trusted upstairs because she gets on the tables, don't you? That girl. So she is cute and playful, and she is almost 6 months old. When we got her, she was 4 months old. So, and she's boycotting the camera. She says, no, look at my tail. We love her. You're so playful. Honey, you're on camera. Don't do that. Say hi. Hi, Diva. Hi. Go down, go to the camera. So, from my channel to yours. Don't call me. She's such a drama queen. See why we called her Diva? Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, share. Share my channel, subscribe, tell all your friends, and we will get back to regular content in the next video. Thank you. Okay, so I've turned the camera off and someone crawled up in my arms because now she wants to be on camera. Hi, Diva. Yeah, I'm a kitty cat and I'm a good girl.